As far as your first CD, who created that cover?
Yes, my first CD cover, which I didn't do, by the way. The guy who created the first CD cover for Modern Rock Guitar Volume 1, Abducted by Aliens, was Gerald Lawhead, a friend of mine. And it's really true. I walked into his house, and there on his computer he had been messing around with a program, a software graphics program. And I looked at the image and I go, wow, that's really fantastic image. And I asked him if I could use it, and he agreed. It's kind of amusing. We actually drew up a contract, and the contract basically stated that I could use the CD cover, very much for the album and for promotions if there ever was a poster and a mouse pad and a t-shirt and so on. It's just that image is really neat. It's a really great image. I think he did such a nice job on it. And I think it fit the album very well as well. So this contract, I remember, I think I had something like, if I were to make any money off the 1,000 CDs sold or anything above that he would get a percentage of it. I'm still working on that. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't think he saw any money from it, and neither did I, for that matter. In the end, though, it wasn't about the money. It was really trying to create the best CD possible, under the circumstances, doing it all yourself and that kind of thing. And when I saw that image, certainly better than what I had come up with, which was a simple photo that actually never became a CD. It was just a black and white photo. But I thought, well, I'm going to use his picture if he'll let me, because it's so good and it fits so well. We even changed the name of the album because of it, Abducted by Aliens. So that's the real story behind the CD cover. And in fact, even, online, even now, we found a company called Taaffe Press, and if you go online, you can order a t-shirt, insert a mouse pad and mugs, and they all have that image, the CD cover image. One day, I'd love to have a big poster of it in my living room, only for the reason that I think that just the artwork is really good. It is very artistic.
After your debut CD, Modern Rock Guitar Volume 1, Abducted by Aliens, your style changed drastically. What changed for the follow-up CD?
Well, for the follow-up CD, my style had changed drastically compared to the first CD. And it's because I discovered looping, using guitar loops done on the fly. In fact, I had really part of the second CD already recorded and written in a conventional format. And once I discovered looping, that demo basically went away. I deleted it off my recorder because I had found a whole new approach that really inspired me, and there was just no turning back. once I discovered the looping and using guitar loops, I realized that a lot of the rules that I had come to learn as far as recording and length of compositions and how to record, even doing multi-track recording and things, changed. Everything went out the window. Here we are, we're starting new again with a brand new concept, and that is using guitar and guitar loops done on the fly. And it's really, even at that moment, I remember that I started to improvise as well. Not only during the song, but the song itself as well. And this certainly changed my style drastically. And you can hear that on the second CD as compared to the first. The first really is the only CD that I did that was really a standard recording. You know, the second CD was not that way at all.
Your second CD was much more mature than the first album. Why was that?
Yes, I do think that my second CD is definitely more mature musically than the first. And really, what I mean by that is that you can hear, you know, in a way it's very nice. The first CD is very naive, I guess, in its music, its implementation. You know, and I certainly was that. You know, I was brand new to recording. It was such an exciting and magical time, certainly, when I was doing the CD. But I think that the transition from standard recording on the first CD to doing loops and guitar loops, that I had matured musically. My compositions were certainly much more introspective than the first one. The first one was really very much about using conventional chords and doing, you know, verse, chorus, solo, bridge, that type of thing. Whereas the second CD was very, very different. Very, very different in the sense that I would use guitar loops and guitar, and I really found that I was able to express myself much more musically. A lot of ideas that I had, or feelings and emotions, is even really more concrete than on the first CD. You know, as far as trying to express that. And I think as the CD goes on, you can hear this much more introspective sound, much more devoted to developing moods and atmospheres, and really the way that I was feeling at the time as well. I think it's when I really came into my own, is really when I discovered looping. It's perhaps one of the things that really, from that moment on, set me apart from just another guitar player, which I certainly was, and felt that way when I did my first CD. Whereas the second CD, as it went along, I was really totally consumed by it, this new approach. And it really changed my style, but I think that it also let me express myself musically. I think it's at that point that I really became a musician more than a guitarist, or maybe more than just a guitarist. You know, I think at that point I was really developing into an artist, developing my own style, my own sound, and being able to express moods and atmospheres that really I wasn't able to with my first CD.